So today's topic is one of the most empowering conversations we can have. Building an independence plan for old age. We are talking about creating a care network before you need it, securing housing and health care, setting up legal arrangements, and most importantly, how to be the kind of parents that is a blessing and not a burden. Okay? So let's start with a truth that many cultures still avoid. People, your children are not your retirement plan. They are not. In this generation, economic pressure, migration, and changing family dynamics mean that relying solely on children is risky. Oh, yes. If you don't have a plan, you could lose your dignity, your autonomy, and even your voice in how your final years are lived. Okay? An independence plan is not only about money, it is about people. Think of it as your circle of reliability. And this includes one, trusted family members who are informed of your wishes. Friends or community members you can rely on for emotional support. Healthcare professionals you trust to respect your values. And faith and spiritual groups that provide a sense of belonging. Oh, yes. This network should be built early. It should be built early and maintained consistently so that when life throws challenges your way, you are not scrambling for help. You are not scrambling and trying to look for help when crises occur. So try making housing, healthcare, and legal arrangements when you can and when you are still here before it's too late. Okay? So one, let's look into some of these things you can, some of the components you can put together while preparing for old age. So number one is housing. Consider where you will live in case your mobility changes. Oh, yes. Check if your current home is senior friendly. If not, can it be adapted? And do you have enough resources to do that when needed? So when you are buying a home, consider if it's a senior friendly place. Because as you all know, life can burn. With old age comes a lot of things. Your ability can change. Are you able to climb the stairs? So you have to think of all these things. And if necessary, do you have the resources, the financial capabilities to do that? Okay? So you need to look into it. Okay? So see if you would prefer independent living facilities too, or staying close to familiar communities. So you need to put all these things into consideration while buying a home. You need to consider the future. Are you staying in this home? For how long will you stay in this home till you get into senior status? And what will happen? What if something happen? How do you cope in your house? If your house is not adapted to your new self, right? So number two, people, is healthcare. Okay? Understand that everything you're in, try to understand everything your insurance or health coverage has to offer now that you are still here. not when you are in crisis. So if you have an insurance plan or a health plan, you need to read all the prints properly. If you don't understand it, get somebody who can explain it for you better, so you know what your insurance cover. Not when you are in crisis or you need that emergency, that help, and then you are told your insurance does not cover certain things, and you'll be disappointed. Okay, just in case, also research long-term care options before you even need them. Okay, do all these little researches to make sure that everything you need is already planned. Okay, and then number 3, legal arrangements. Prepare a will. There's nothing wrong in preparing a will before the time. Prepare a power of attorney and healthcare directive are very essentials. These are some of the things you need to put in place. Okay, do not assume too that people just know your wishes. So please, don't assume that people just know your wishes, what you want to do. So please put it in writing to avoid unnecessary confusion and unnecessary problems. Okay, fellas? Another thing to ask yourself is how to become a blessing parent. Oh yes, some people when they die, they leave confusion, they leave problems, everything behind to their loved ones and their children. So you need to sit down and think how to become a blessing parent when you die. So people you are leaving behind, they will be happy and say, yes, you left them with a lot of blessings. Okay? A blessing parent, and not, like I said, how to be a blessing parent, and not the one that will leave behind multifaceted problems and debt for their children and family to wrestle with when they are gone. Okay? So people, what do I mean by that? Okay? A blessing parent is one who plans so that children can love them freely without resentment. A blessing parent leaves clear instructions instead of confusion. A blessing parent lives with dignity, making it easier for others to help without feeling trapped. And again, you need to ask yourself, am I making it easier or harder for my children and loved ones to support me? So people, the challenge for this week is, I want you to write down the 3 most important things you need to do to secure your independence in old age. Okay? Maybe it's just updating your will. Maybe it's selling a property that drains your resources. Or maybe it's starting that healthcare fund. Just 3 things you think is really important to you. Okay? The key is to start, and the time is now. People, the time is now. Wait no further. So my lovelies, being prepared does not mean you are expecting the worst. It means you value yourself and the people you love enough to remove unnecessary burden from their shoulders. When you prepare well, you give the gift of peace to yourself and to those who matter most. So prepare. Don't be a problem when you are alive, and when you depart, you are also a problem. Be a blessing. Leave good legacy. Okay? So fellows, join me next time as we continue uncovering the truth about aging that no one else wants to talk about. See you in the next episode.